first time I saw Kyle scared this season. He was definitely frazzled. Hopefully, he gets over that. Frazzled coach is even worse than a frazzled quarterback, in my opinion. And I did a deep dive on run plays versus pass plays and one possession games.
Now,
All right, let's step back. Instead of just looking at this game, let's look at all the games of 2023. Okay. Now, there's only been 2 games this year that have been within one possession in the fourth quarter. It was this and the Rams game. For that game, we were ahead by 7 points pretty much the entire time, 4 points and 7 points. Then once we got over 7, I quit counting. 6 run plays, 5 pass plays. So that one's the balance, and you got the win. Now, here and so I charted all these games. I think it was like 12 games that were like this the past 2 years, and it spans over 3 quarterbacks. You got the Bears game, the Bears game last year with Trey Lance, charted that one. The Jimmy G games, charted those. The Purdy games, charted those. In games the 49ers lost the past 2 years that were within one possession in the fourth quarter or overtime, listen to this. Pass plays, 22. These are the games we lost. The Bears last year, Broncos this year, Browns this year, right? Sorry, Bears, Broncos last year, and then Browns last year. All Bs. It's confusing the hell out of me. All BRs, whatever. You threw the ball 22 times. You ran the ball 4 times. That's it. That's it. That's an 85% pass to run ratio. That's terrible. So in the 3 games that you lost that were close, fourth quarter, 85% pass ratio. Terrible. In the same games that you won, that were within one score in the fourth quarter overtime, 43 pass attempts, 38 rush attempts. That's a 52% pass ratio. Balanced. Balanced. Now, obviously, statistics, you can manipulate them. You can say, well, we were probably ahead in some of those, whatever else. We were ahead in this game. And what do we do? Pass, pass, pass. So, I really do think that Shanahan's got an issue. I do. Whatever the going gets tough, he just abandons the running game. And people were saying, oh, well, they stopped the running game. Bullshit. No, they didn't. We averaged, and again, I want to make sure I'm 100% correct here because this is a misnomer. I don't understand where this is coming from. People thinking they stopped the running game. We had 25 rushes for 108 yards. We averaged 4.3 yards per carry. That's not stopping the run game. 4.3 yards per carry? And people are like, well, CMC was out. Okay, cool. Jordan Mason averaged 5.4 yards per carry. That dude was red hot. Red hot. And we just didn't use him. Didn't use him. And so now, should you run the ball up the middle like you were with Elijah Mitchell and he had those 2 carries and was done? No, don't do that. Running the ball outside, man, we ran 4 jet sweeps. The fewest amount of yards that any jet sweep got was 6 yards. That's the fewest. Running outside the tackles was working. They were selling out to stop the inside run. So what do? Why don't you run it where they're not selling out outside the tackles? Guess where you scored the touchdown with Jordan Mason? Yes, outside the tackles. Guess where CMC scored his touchdown? I understand that it was a screen play, but it's an elongated run play. That's just what it was, outside the tackles. And I'm going to keep going back to this. You ran the ball 3 times in the fourth quarter. You called 13 pass plays. When Kyle gets frazzled, to stick with your language, Danson, throw. Even if it's raining, even if Brock's not gripping the ball right, even if, and I just don't understand that. The run game was working fine. I really do believe that. Just stop running the ball and delayed handoffs up the middle. That wasn't. Run the ball outside the tackles, run the ball at Jordan Mason. Everything would have been fine. You had the lead. I don't know.
I wonder how like I don't know. I just always see both sides. Like I can critique from one side and then I try to find the understanding from the other side. I don't know why I'm that way. I'm optimistic, right? But I wonder if Kyle was more frazzled about the injuries. And I know we don't talk about it a lot, but can you imagine losing your left tackle, your star running back that's the highest paid running back in the season, and your weapon in Debo Samuel? which Kyle has an affinity for Deebo Samuel. That's like his guy. That's the only guy I know that could talk back to the coach and get a touchdown play right after. Like that's
Yeah.
a relationship. That's a bond. Like he don't have that bond with a lot of players. So I wonder if that was really puzzling him, and he had to just try to figure it out. But I'm with John. You got other pieces. You got to trust the
Kittle
other
was on
pieces.
the field. We don't.
Where's the trust in everybody else? And that to me is what my issue with Kyle Shanahan was. How does Kittle not have how do they run 2 tight end screens for touchdowns and you don't run one? And you got the better tight end.
Yeah.
You didn't even have to throw it to him over the middle. They wouldn't even expected it. I'm sorry, getting overreacted again.
I'm with you. Reddit Gold Blooded, thanks for the super chat. He said Shanahan didn't run it once when he was up by 1.
Oh,
yeah. So I'm going to adjust your statement a little bit. But yeah, you're right. 3 straight passes, 3 straight stop the clocks.
Well, the first pass was intentional grounding. So not only
take the sack, clock runs.
Not only do you lose the yards, you lose the down. So it's not 1st and 20, whatever. It's 2nd and 20 and whatever.
And the clock stopped. If you would have taken the sack, clock would have kept going. Help your defense.
Winning. Ooh, wait a minute. It's just like that's Brock. Like that's on Brock. Can't blame Kyle for that. You could blame Kyle for the pass, but
and the play call. The play call.
That's what I meant. I meant the passing call. That's what I meant to say. The play call. Yeah. Right. But the players got to still execute, and Brock has to know the situation.
Yeah, he didn't know. And then the next play, you throw a quick out route to Ayuk, and he walks out of bounds going forward to stop the clock again. Like, the defender was trying to knock Ayuk backwards, which was stupid by the defender, because if Ayuk would have just let up and gone out of backwards retreating, clock would have kept rolling. So again, another brain fart play from Ayuk. Then the third play, you throw the ball away. And it's like, dude, if you take the sack, the clock keeps going. Clock could have kept going 3 consecutive plays. But anyway, I digress. I mean, they just got stupid late. I'm just going to be honest. They just got stupid.
The 49ers Rush Podcast.